The Vikings' recent news of informing running back Dalvin Cook that he'll be released after June 1st shows you that, one, running backs should not be paid big money, but two, puts the cherry on top of why the Chicago Bears will win the NFC North this year, on top of it going 6-0 in the division. The Packers and Vikings got significantly worse when last year the Bears were keeping up with them with a really bad roster. The Detroit Lions did get better though, but Chicago got better than everybody in the division, and I think is the alpha of everybody. I'm going to break down why and what happened to each team. But hello everyone, welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde. Thank you as always for tuning in. The Chicago Bears are a 9+ win team in my opinion. I talked about it with Deke's View. Make sure you go check out that interview. But the Bears are going to do very well this year. If they go 6-0 in the division and have another 11 games left of the season, and Chicago wins even just 5 of those 11 remaining games, they're an 11-6 team. I am here to break down today why I think they'll be the Kings of the North in 2023-2024. Please hit the like button on this video if you agree if the Bears will win the NFC North this season. Put your thoughts in the comment section below of what you think will happen and what their record may be, and any other thoughts you may have. And if you haven't already, and if you could to support this channel, please hit the subscribe button. So let's break down the Minnesota Vikings to start. Their stock went crashing down after their announcement of releasing running back Dalvin Cook. On top of it, they got rid of one of their best defensive players in Za'Darius Smtih for literally swapping picks with the Cleveland Browns. The Browns are going to be a very good team this year, by the way. And also, who is going to stop Justin Fields on their defensive front at this point? The key departures this year from Minnesota goes as follows: Dalvin Cook, running back; Za'Darius Smtih, defensive end; Adam Tahim, wide receiver; Patrick Peterson, strong safety; Eric Hendricks, linebacker. So who's going to be a linebacker for the Vikings this upcoming season? Just want to put that out there. A lot of who, and who. Key additions for the Vikings, though. They did bring in Marcus Davenport, defensive end from the New Orleans Saints, who is always injured; Jordan Addison, the wide receiver from USC, who can rip it up, but another big weapon for Kirk Cousins, which, all right, that's fine. But that's really it from an impact standpoint of key additions. So tell me where Minnesota got better. You can't. And the Bears almost beat them both times last year. So we got better, they got worse, and it was close last year. Bears are going 2-0 against the Minnesota Vikings this upcoming season. Let's go to our friends, the Green Bay Packers. Even before Aaron Rodgers left Green Bay officially, this team was worse than Chicago after the Tremaine Edmonds signing. You go out and get rid of the only part of your offense that's keeping it all together, and then you replace it with a quarterback who hasn't done anything in the NFL in Jordan Love, and only really just 1.5 legitimate college seasons. You're making a huge mistake. You're asking for a rebuild. Also, they got rid of every single weapon that he really worked with beside Christian Watson. Key departures as follows: Adrian Amos, safety; Adam Lazard, wide receiver; Robert Tonyan, tight end; Randall Cobb, wide receiver. And their key additions were Kyrese Barnes, who's a linebacker, and Travarius Moore, who's a safety. So clearly they're not moving on with Amos. You lose your biggest piece in the secondary in Adrian Amos. You let everyone go with Rodgers to the New York Jets and leave Love with practically nothing besides Christian Watson. You had 2 old defensive players. You're talking about a rebuild here. Packers fans are just so delusional that they're going to be good this year. They are in a rebuild. Bears are going 2-0 against Green Bay. Now they're challenged, the Detroit Lions. The Lions are the team to beat in the NFC North at the moment for Chicago. They've proven that they've gotten a lot better over the last couple of years. They've built an unreal culture under head coach Dan Campbell, and they got a young, talented roster. The Lions, in my opinion, also have been better off without Matthew Stafford and totally won the trade. Because Jared Goff last season, in his first year really playing with the Detroit Lions as a full unit, had 65.1% completion percentage, 4,438 passing yards, 29 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and a 99.3 QBR. That's insanely impressive now that this Detroit team came together, and I think now that Detroit really won the deal in the long term. I think the series will be close, though. Let's go into key departures. So they got rid of DJ Chark, wide receiver. They also got rid of Jamal Williams, running back, and they also got rid of DeAndre Swift, running back. But their key additions do make up for it. They went and got Marvin Jones, a wide receiver; David Montgomery, a running back; Jahmyr Gibbs, a running back, a rookie; Jack Campbell, middle linebacker, rookie, who I really wanted the Bears to pick up; Sam Laporta, tight end; Emmanuel Mosley, defensive back; and Cameron Sutton, defensive back. Though they lost good veterans on the offense, they picked up David Montgomery, which honestly pretty upset about, but they also got a ton of young talent. Their defense is going to be tough to go against Chicago, and it's going to be between Chicago and Detroit for the NFC North title. But I think Chicago has the upper hand, not even just as a Bears fan, but here's why. We have a quarterback that can run and throw the ball. Detroit, Jared Goff really can only throw the ball, and if he gets, now with this crazy athletic secondary and middle linebacker core, there's no way he's getting around anybody. Our running back room is the same level of talent as last year and is only going to get better, especially especially how young they are. Our wide receiver room got 10 times better, and our defense got 10 times better. So the Bears have the advantage overall, in my opinion. I think that Coach Eberflus is the upper hand of a coach over Dan Campbell. I think Dan Campbell is a great coach, but Flus definitely has a little bit more experience and has a strong coaching staff. And this team is a lot more athletic than the Detroit Lions. But put your thoughts in the comment section below what you guys think, who's going to be the NFC North title king this year. But with that, thank you very much for joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde, and we'll see you guys next time.